Nathan Zegura here at a rain-soaked FirstEnergy Stadium where the Browns beat the Philadelphia Eagles today 22-17, moving the team to 7-3 on the season here, and a great feeling. Was it always pretty? No, but for the second straight week in inclement weather, the Browns found a way to win, and you got to give a lot of credit to this defense. It was a defense that would be without Myles Garrett. We knew that coming in. How would they make up for his loss? Well, a couple of wily veterans stepped up. Olivier Vernon, who used to terrorize the Eagles as a member of the Giants, turned back the clock today. He had 3 sacks, one of them for a safety, and was absolutely an MVP of the game for the Browns today. Veteran Adrian Claiborne chipped in 1.5 sacks of his own as the Browns would get to Carson Wentz 5 times. But it was also about the turnovers generated by this defense. In fact, on the opening drive, the Eagles had moved the ball inside the Browns 10. Jordan Elliott forced a fumble that was recovered by Carl Joseph, and that really set the tone. The Browns would go on to intercept Carson Wentz 2 more times in this game. None bigger, though, than the first interception. Sione Takitaki, after Denzel Ward came on the corner blitz, the ball was in the air. Taki grabbed it, and he sprinted 50 yards for the touchdown, and that would be the only score of the first half. The Browns would be up 7-0 on the strength of that defensive touchdown. The Eagles would come back and tie the game 7-7, and really, you have to give credit to Philly. They bottled Nick Chubb and the Browns running game up in that first half. The Browns didn't even have 25 yards rushing in the half, and yet they had the lead. But the Eagles would tie it up 7-7 as Wentz found Richard Rodgers in the back of the end zone. The Browns would take the lead 10-7 on another unbelievable Cody Parkey field goal of more than 40 yards into the dog pound end. It would be 10-7, and they would not look back. The safety would make it 12-7. And eventually the Browns offense, they stuck with that ground game, and it paid off. Nick Chubb broke off a 54-yard run that set up a Kareem Hunt touchdown from 5 yards out, and the Browns would be up 19-10, and at that point, it was all over but the crying. A late Eagles touchdown would make the final 22-17, but Harrison Bryant recovered the onside kick, and that was it. Victory formation and victory for your 7-3 Cleveland Browns. They had a lot of big plays in the passing game in this one as well. It wasn't always consistent, but the Browns averaged about 17 yards per completion, with Baker Mayfield finding Kaderil Hodge down the field as well as Hollywood Higgins for some of the bigger plays in the passing game. But really, it was about the defense. They knew what they had to do, get this Eagles team in third downs. They did that, holding the Eagles to 2 of 12 on third downs. The 5 sacks, the 3 takeaways, Denzel Ward with a late interception that really helped ice this one. It all came together for Joe Woods' crew, and offensively, they did what they had to do to get that one touchdown. That's all the offense needed in this game, was the one touchdown. They got it as the defense would go on to supply 9 points in this game, and it was, again, a great team victory for the Browns. All 3 phases: offense, defense, and special teams. Hopefully, the Browns will get to play a game in normal weather when they head to Jacksonville next week, looking to get to 8-3. But this was a big one in this tight AFC playoff race to get the win here today, to take care of business, to stay undefeated against the NFC East, and the Browns did just that. We'll have full coverage for you tomorrow, starting at 1 o'clock on Cleveland Browns Daily. Myself, Bo Bishop, and the Huff, Joe Thomas, breaking down this important win in these ugly conditions at FirstEnergy Stadium. And for the latest on your Browns, keep it tuned, as always, to ClevelandBrowns.com and the Browns mobile app. Nathan Zegura signing off from FirstEnergy Stadium, where your Browns got the job done again and are now 7-3.